Hi everyone, hearty welcome to our YouTube channel. This is our second video. Those people, if you haven't watched our first video, I would like to request you to watch the first video, which is very informative about positive thinking, success formula and fulfillment of your life. In fact, this is a continuation of that video, and we would like to explain more advanced lesson, more effective lessons about that video as our what is called follow-up action to the first video. I would like to introduce myself. I am Bastin Paul from Millennium Management Consultancy. I am a chartered quality management consultant, leadership and management excellence certified by Harvard University, Boston, and I am the author of the Handbook of Innovation for the Industrial Revolution 4.0. So this video actually has three phases. The first part we discuss about positive thinking. The world famous American psychologist and philosopher William James, he is known as father of the American psychology. He has written in his book of the principles of psychology. If you can change your mind, you can change your life. Actually, when we look at it, we feel like that it is quite easy, but in fact, it is not so easy. It is very difficult. So, what is the difficulty we are facing? Like our conscious mind actually using like a 10% of our thoughts only. Something like psychologists illustrate this one as an iceberg only, but the massive glacier underneath, which is your subconscious, which is influencing you around 90%. So that's why this 90% subconscious mind, various thoughts, negative thoughts are coming and going on, and which is driving you to different direction, which is not your intention, but which is taken you. So that way it is affecting your life. So we have to address this situation. Something like we take a piece of paper and we identify these negative thoughts, or we can write down. You can draw 3 columns, like we classify the thoughts from the past, the thoughts from the present, the thoughts from the future. And if these thoughts, like you ask a question like is there any cause behind these thoughts? Like if there is a reason, if there is a valid reason for it, then definitely there is a relevance. This negative thinking could cause for a risk, something like a negative, adverse, undesirable effect is going to happen in your life. So that's why if it is a valid point, like a cause is still existing, then we have to address it seriously. Otherwise, these just thoughts coming and going, it doesn't have any valid reason behind it. You can reject it simply because it is not going to happen. Nothing to worry about it. But something like the cause is still existing, then you have to address it. So something like we have to understand that these cause which is like irrelevant, and it is existing and it is going to happen, and this will make a risk in your life. So we have to address this risk, when we can analyze this risk. Risk is constituted by three factors, like severity, occurrence, and detectability. Severity is the seriousness of this risk. If it happen, what will be the impact? Is it like a fatality will happen, or something affecting financial loss? What will be the impact? That is seriousness of the risk, which is the severity. And occurrence, which is like a frequency, how frequent it is happening. Is it happening every hour once, or every day once, or every week, every month? That way your frequency varying. And detectability, is it easily detectable? Then less risk, we can understand even by human senses. But it needs low-tech instruments, high-tech instruments. Sometimes the detectability quite impossible. Then the range of the risk is going high. So that way you analyze and understand the seriousness, like severity, occurrence, and detectability, and you try to address the risk and try to eliminate the risk. Otherwise this risk will happen again, which is affecting your life. So for example, like last time we had a failure, and this time a negative thought is coming, like another failure is going to happen. So you check with whether is it has any like valid reason, any valid cause behind it. Yes, the last time failure happened, that causes, the root cause all existing. Then you have to seriously address this one, because if it is really existing, again this failure will happen. So this failure to be prevented, for that you have to apply this risk management. So make use of this negative thinking, just to apply on your risk management, and try to avoid these all the causes, root cause, consequences and all. So like in fact we have a program called FMEA, Failure Mode Effect Analysis, which is actually originated by NASA, and they used this one for their space program, and still this one is very effective program in the industry, engineering and manufacturing. So you can get a lot of information about this FMEA from the YouTube channels. So most important part is controlling the risk, how to avoid this risk. Avoiding the risk hierarchically, that is the best solution, but always not possible. For example, number of divorces increasing in the world. What is the root cause? Marriage. So if I am advising you, don't marry, you will not listen to me. I'm just saying a joke. So something like all the time the risk source, or the avoiding the risk is quite difficult. And then what we can do, we can reduce its impact, seriousness, we can reduce severity, you can bring down, and occurrence, how frequently it happening, that frequency we can control, change to down. And the detectability, earlier it was quite difficult, any other ways to make it a more transparent, then that way all you work on it, then severity you can reduce, occurrence you can reduce, detectability you can reduce. In another way, you are splitting the risk into 3 factors, and each one you are addressing and try to reduce. That is more logical solution for the risk management. Then sharing the risk, like insurance people taking some risk from you, like the car insurance, the asset insurance and all. So certain level they can take the they can share your risk. So these are the things you try. If these are not working, you think about a new strategy, logically structured plan to address and solve this problem. Yeah. So certain strategy, certain methodology, certain program is required to minimize, to eliminate and subside this risk, because the negativity always influencing you, which is the main barrier for your success. So you have to overcome this barrier. For that you have to spend some time in your life, and you monitor and measure like the thoughts, classify and address the risk, and try to eliminate the risk. Then your life will be more smoothly you can manage. Then you can fill with the positivity, you can fill with the enthusiasm. Enthusiasm goes to extra mile as exuberant, exceptional, energetic, in a extraordinary way to reach into excellence. So that way positive thinking uplift you and bring you to the excellence, and that way you can make a positive action. Positive action definitely makes a positive result. Second part of this video, we have Einstein's success formula, 7D methodology. So this methodology I developed, and in that one, first it is starting with the dream. You think big, and you set your dreams so high. Proportionately you will reach somewhere there. That is like it is shown by the history. And you set your deadlines to your dreams, then only it is going to effectively happen. You can use the thumb rule, SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic or time bounded. That way you set you check your objectives, your dreams, whether it is going to happen or not. Then you will know that yes, this is actually effectively going to happen. Then you can enter to the third D, which denotes design. You visualize your life. Like example of Arnold Schwarzenegger in my last video, like he visualized his life in 3 phases. Like first phase, like 5 years, he would like to be the Mr. Universe. So in that phase, when he visualized, also he visualized the challenges in each and every phase. Like he experienced, like he has to attend a like 5 hours in the gym, and he has to take a good food. He has to buy protein powder. Then that is the way the bodybuilding enhanced. So that way it all required money. So he was struggling for the financial matters, and he find out a solution. He decided to work as a bricklaying person, and he earned some money, and from that money he met all the requirements. And another barrier in the second phase, his pronunciation, like a Austrian pronunciation, which is not suitable for the Hollywood movie. Then he went to attend a accent pronunciation phonetics classes to attend, and to improve his pronunciation. Then he has to learn how to act. For that also he attended some other classes and all. So various ways, various strategies is developing to overcome the challenges. Then he overcome everything. Then he developed his potential to the peak form. Then that make him to deserve to be the Mr. Universe. So the deserving, that is the most challenging part of this 7D methodology. If you look at the example of Usain Bolt, the great sprinter of all time, 8 gold medal winner in the Olympics. So Usain Bolt, actually he really deserved for that one. In previous all other world athletic championship and all, he achieved his score, his record. Always he's breaking the record better and better. And when he is going to Olympics, in fact he is the fastest man in the world. So that way he is deserving for that one. So deserve before you desire. That really is a very critical point in your success. Are you really deserving for it? To be deserved, what are the challenges? What are the toughest things we have to overcome? All we must overcome. There is a saying like success equal to 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. Usain Bolt so long time every day doing the the exercise and bodybuilding and visualization, psychological helpful information and exercise and programming, he is going to be the winner. So that way it all happened. So even though he is deserving, the competition always very tough. Nobody is going to give you all these gold medals in the Olympics, even though you are really deserve for it. On that particular day, that particular time, even you see false start, that also causing you to lose the gold medal. So all the 4 years you dedicate and all will be in a fraction of second, it all may lose it. So it's required a lot of desire. Desire is like a fire, like a small desire, like a small fire makes a small fire. Great desire make a great fire, and great fire in you that will ignite you to achieve better result and higher result. So we have to focus our desire into one goal, and that goal Usain Bolt achieved. And the same thing he repeated in other sprint item like 200 meter and a relay, and he repeated the success. So do it now, like theoretically whatever you understand, these all just existing in your brain only, and no result going to happen. So the most important objective of learning is not acquiring the knowledge, but it's action. Action makes the result. So you start doing your action, that action makes your result. This video is fulfillment of your life. The famous Apple founder Steve Jobs, he died his 56th year, and his last words in the bed, something he is regretting, like money cannot buy everything. Money cannot buy health. So that way, something like he feels like his life not reached to that fulfillment, even though he reached to his marvelous innovation, excellence and all, and financial growth. Then he realized that money cannot buy everything. So Abraham Maslow, the famous American psychologist, he developed the hierarchy of needs, and that is in 5 levels. I think you would have read his books, and in that one it is written like the first level, like physiological needs, we need air, water, food, shelter and all. Second level, we need safety and security, that level. Third level, like emotional level, like we want to be loved and we want to love. So that kind of level. Then the fourth level, like self-esteem. This level, like we expect more recognition, appreciation, rewards and all. Then the fifth level, like fulfillment of your life. He called it as self-actualization, like a person can find out true happiness and satisfaction and the purpose and the meaning of his life has been fulfilled, that kind of feeling, and that happiness is spreading to everywhere. So that level to reach, that must be like every human being's ultimate purpose. For that, actually, science is not going to that level. Science, if you look at it, they are starting with the middle part with a statement like energy neither be created nor be destroyed. It can be transformed from one form to another. So that kind of way, they are not finding out what is the root cause of this energy and the mass what we are seeing in this universe. So logic going beyond that one, logic try to find out what is the effective what we are seeing in this universe, but it itself not created by itself. Any effect is happen with causes together, or a root cause. So that way logic actually going beyond that one to find out the root cause and the origin. That root cause origin, each and everyone must find out yourself by searching yourself, and that will be your spiritual experience, that will be your purpose of life, and that way you can find out the meaning of your life, and that way you can fulfill that happiness, and the sharing that happiness to and their people and their society and their community and their world. So all the best to search and find out the true happiness, the true root cause, which is the God, and that God will enlighten you. All the best.